You guys, so this is probably the video that I am most excited to do. So, like with pretty much all my videos, I'm just going to start by saying this is my experience. Do not get butthurt if you have said these things to people. I mean this as lightheartedly as I can. Maybe you have said some things to people like this and you now realize how it can come off, because being on the other end of this experience, I'm sure I said some things to some people that I did not mean to come off the way that they actually make you feel. So this video, I only have 3 instances. Yeah, 3 instances that I can think of that I had stuff happen. So nothing too crazy. The first one, so my type of cancer was not typical cancer. It was basically I had a teratoma, which is a overabundance of like body parts. Sometimes they have teeth in them, sometimes they have hair, and your body just kind of creates this blob of body parts. And within mine, it had neural tissue that was rapidly regrowing itself. That teratoma exploded and put cancer cells into every part of my body, which, yes, had left untreated, could have turned into blood cancer, bone cancer, any type of organ cancer. It could have become anything. So just keep that in mind. It's a little bit of a different type. It separates me in the terms of reoccurrence rate, statistics. There's a connection between ovarian cancer and breast cancer. Mine's a little different because it wasn't just typical ovarian cancer. It was this rare type. But I went to see a doctor, and I'm not going to give the name because I still love this doctor and I think very highly of them. But I go to see a doctor for, I don't even know, probably a cold. Knowing me, I'm still getting over a cold. But I go to see this doctor and he goes, I got your paperwork from Iowa City. And we're just chit-chatting. He goes, yeah, I mean, I guess you could call it cancer. And I remember this was right when I found out I had to have chemo, and I'm just like, I get where you're going, that it's a little bit different, but it is just as severe. I don't know if y'all can even see my hand movements I'm doing, but it is just as severe, and it can be just as life-threatening as any other type of cancer. It is, by definition, a type of cancer, and I'm going through chemotherapy, which is what you use to treat cancer. The only other thing I know to treat chemo of is hepatitis, or you treat with chemo is hepatitis. So I don't know. And I talked to my family about this, and they're like, I understand why you're upset, but I think you're just extra sensitive. And maybe that's the case with all of these, but I was a little taken aback by that. So my second story comes from a girl who did not even know me. And I feel like with the story, you might have to know the girl, and some of you watching may know who I'm talking about once I'm doing this. I'm not going to say her name. So this girl, she was a coworker of mine. She worked there for a short while, and she always wanted to talk about my treatment and stuff, and I would always just small talk with her, like, whatever, we can discuss this, maybe you're interested in this type of stuff, I don't know. But within the first, probably 2 hours of me meeting her, and she goes, so what do you think caused it? And I know a lot of you guys watching this are going to hear this and think, that's not an abnormal question. But the thing is there's conspiracies out there about what causes cancer, and this causes cancer, and this and that and everything. Just the way, and if you've been through this and somebody said something like this to you, let me know if you feel the same way. I'm sure, again, I'm just being hypersensitive, but you never want to seem like you are blaming the patient. That is yeah, I ate this package of ramen noodles when I was 4, and that gave me cancer. You can think what you want, and I honestly, no disrespect, I don't care if you think this causes cancer or that does. Maybe don't ask the cancer patient, implying what did they do to cause it. At least that's the way it came off to me, and maybe it's just who she was. So That's just my advice. So my third and final story happened after I finished chemo. It actually happened not that long ago, and whew, this is one that has me heated. This one has me so incredibly upset. I just, oh man. So I'm at a bar with my friends. I'm over 21, I can go out. We hadn't been out in a while. I hadn't been out since like August, and so I'm at a bar with my friends, and I'm probably like 4 drinks in. Like I'm feeling pretty good. I don't have crap for an alcohol tolerance anymore, but so I'm feeling pretty good. And this guy comes up and starts like chit-chatting us, and you know, what's your name? Are you from around here? Yeah. And I was being friendly, but at the same time, I'm like, I got a boyfriend. Like, kind of step back. And probably, I don't know, 5-10 minutes after talking, this guy, this lovely human being, looks at me dead in the eyes and goes, so, what's your deal? And I remember just like not having words come out of my mouth. I'm just like, what do you mean? Like, what? And he goes, I mean, what's wrong with you? I get being curious. And if you know me and you see me out in public and you don't know what's going on, by all means say, hey Brittany, how's it going? Like, what's up, you know? And I will not be offended, but meeting me at a bar and asking, what's wrong with you? First of all, maybe it's nothing. Maybe I just had a Britney Spears moment and shaved my head. Maybe I just shaved my head. You know, some girls look killer with a shaved head. Maybe I have alopecia or this and that, and just in that moment, he was so lucky that I was already buzzed and feeling extra friendly, because had sober me heard this, I woke up the next morning and my hungover like days, like that guy really said that. Alright guys, like I said, don't take any of these offensively. I mean them all lightheartedly, and maybe be a little bit more cautious when you're talking to people who look a little different or whatnot. Like I said, most of them were just kind of joking, and only the last one's the one that really had me going, to be honest. So, but anyways, thank you guys for everything, like always. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.